Rice and reading both nourish us. One feeds the body, the other enriches the mind. Can a grain of rice transform into a canvas for art, culture, and connection? Hey, are you planning on having a meal in the library? Did someone forget that no food and drinks are allowed here?
Yes, that's true. But what I have here is no ordinary meal. Consider me your maître d' of today's selection of artistic delights from NLB's Canvas program.
Artistic delights? What's the Canvas program about?
Canvas spotlights local artists through exhibitions, talks, and workshops. It gives library patrons close access to original artworks and the chance to uncover creative thought processes and techniques directly from the artists. This iteration is a special one because it involves a community co-creation element. Everyone and anyone is invited to work on the creation of the artwork on display together with the artists.
My creative taste buds are tingling. Tell me more.
The theme, Tale as New as Time, reimagines old myths and legends through various art forms. Today's menu of artwork takes inspiration from the story The Two Widows. It's about two women whose devotion to their rice fields is rewarded with golden grains.
Let me guess, we're going to see rice turned into art.
Yup. Let's meet the chefs behind today's rice dishes.
Hi, I'm Natalia. For this project with NLB, my art installation features painted rice grains and rice paper paintings created by the participants of my workshop, The Telephone Game. The concept revolves around inherited wisdom. I invite workshop participants to share their stories with one another. Then, we take inspiration from these stories and express them through mark making. Mark making is the technique of producing marks like dots, lines, dashes, or other patterns on surfaces like canvas and textiles, or even on objects.
What inspired this concept?
This concept was inspired by the Xuanzi Tu, or the Star Gauge, which is a palindrome poem composed by 4th century poet Su Hui. I learned about this form of poetry when reading the book Wild Geese Returning, Chinese Reversible Poems. Xuanzi Tu, in particular, is arranged in a grid of 29 by 29 and has 841 characters that can be read in at least 12,000 ways. What makes this form so interesting is how the words take on different meanings depending on the order in which they're read. For instance, friend, love might be interpreted as platonic love between friends, whereas love, friend could refer to a situation where fallen in romantic love with someone who just sees you as a friend.
What do you find most rewarding about this project?
As a socially engaged artist, I'm very fulfilled by the community aspect, bringing people together to share moments and make connections. Rice is the super connector that plays a central role in this project. It connects cultures across the region, and its diversity in colors, species, and traditions is often underappreciated.
Hi, how was the meal?
It was bursting with artistic flavor. Do you have more dishes to share?
Yes, I do. Check out the next masterpiece.
Hi, I'm Shirin.
And I'm Liz.
We're Wild Dot, and our practice surrounds the making of natural colours with plants found in Singapore.
As makers, we are interested in how the process of making itself embodies environmental as well as cultural knowledge.
Please tell me more about your artwork.
Our artwork for Canvas explores the rich relationship between rice and colours. We spoke with 3 artists and makers for whom rice and their colours hold personal significance. For example, one of them was Murni and Akid, who run Sunduk Rakyat. They shared with us about pulut kuning, which translates into yellow glutinous rice. This dish is usually exchanged as a gift during celebrations, as yellow is an auspicious colour that is associated with Malay royalty, and the stickiness of the glutinous rice represents strong community ties within the Malay community.
So with these stories as inspiration, we then invite people to make their own paper mache bowls with rice starch as a binding agent, while contributing a short story of what making with rice makes them think of, or any personal story relating to this common dish.
What do you hope people will take away from this experience with your art?
Rice is not just an essential part of our cuisine, it holds cultural, ritualistic, and personal significance for many.
And by exploring and sharing material practices surrounding rice and colour, we hope that participants will also reflect on their personal stories with rice, whether it is tied to a family recipe, a cultural ritual, or even just the kind of rice they grew up eating and has a special memory of.
Oh, hi. Are you back for more?
Yes, please. What's the next dish on the menu?
Well, this one is still sort of cooking. This is Cynthia Suito. She works mainly with sculptures and it'll be themed around this, rice cookers.
Rice cookers as art? That would be a first for me.
Yes, it's hard for us to imagine, isn't it? But for me, I get inspiration from everyday objects like this. I like to take regular objects that we often overlook or take for granted and transform them into works of art.
Wow, I can't wait to see what she does with the rice cooker.
And you'll also get to be part of the process of creating it. So join us at Jurong Regional Library for a chance to co-create art with our canvas artists and participate in their specially curated tours. Find out more from this link. Everyone is welcome.